Audio Jungle.
Welcome to MathsTV. This is step-by-step revision series in which we today will be going through straight line graphs, and this will be three parts video. So part 1, 2 and 3. In first part we will be covering graph to equation and equation to graph and different other aspects of the straight line. And in part 2 we'll be covering parallel and perpendicular lines, how to draw parallel and perpendicular lines, and part 3 will be covering midpoint and length between 2 points of the straight line. So this is the first part. You will have to go with the sequence. You will have to watch part first, then part second, part 3, so that you will be understanding better. So if we start with this, there are different forms of equation of straight line, and this is the most popular. You can see this one, slope. This is known as slope intercept form. Slope intercept form, in some books they have written y is equal to mx plus c or y is equal to mx plus b. So I have taken this one as y is equal to mx plus b. Makes no difference because b is y intercept, and if I'll go through the basic terms before going through this one, so that will be better for your understanding. So I will switch to the sheet. This is the sheet which I have decided to use because this is a little bigger box sheet, so we can draw coordinate axis, and coordinate axis are y axis and x axis. So these are the coordinate axis. This is x axis, and this one we can take it as y axis. This side is negative x axis and this side is negative y axis. Now we can draw any straight line. For example, if I'll draw this straight line over here, so this straight line is this is the origin. This straight line is intersecting this y-axis at 1, 2. If we take one box as 1 unit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this point is 6, 0 and 6. So this will be y-intercept. This will be known as y-intercept. And this point where this line is intersecting x-axis, this point is known as x-intercept. So value of x-intercept will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 6 and 0. Value of x will be first and then will be y value in ordered pair. Now this is the equation with the two intercepts and a line which is intercepting this one at y axis. This will be y-intercept, and when we write equation y is equal to mx plus c or mx plus b, this portion is basically indicating us that this is y-intercept. This is y-intercept. So in this case it is plus 6, so value of c is plus 6 in this situation, and this m value is indicating us the gradient or a slope or gradient of this line, steepness of the line. Slope or gradient means steepness, and we are saying representing this with m value, small m, and small m is equal to rise over run. These things you will have to keep in mind. M value, m is equal to rise over run. These are the formulas which we will be using. Now as we have gone through the basic terms, now we can go through these types of equations. Slope intercept form, y is equal to mx plus c. Why we are saying slope intercept form? Because this is equation which is written in by using slope value and the gradient or slope value. this is y-intercept value and slope value. And next type of equation is point slope form. So this is one point, we are utilizing one point and the value of slope or gradient to write this equation. Then this is standard form, ax plus by is equal to c, and intercept form or this one, x over a plus y over b is equal to 1. And vertical line will be x is equal to some value, some constant value, maybe 3, 4, whatever, or minus 2, like that one. And horizontal, y is equal to b, it can also be some value. So these are, this is vertical line, this is horizontal line. So in exam they are giving different forms of these equations, so you can switch to one format to another format, and we will be dealing with the questions and you will understand. Mostly we will be using these two equations, but this doesn't mean that we will not be dealing with these equations. We can have questions about these also in exam. Now we will learn how to write equation of line when value of m is given, like for example m is equal to like for example 3 by 2, and value of c is given, which is y-intercept, say for example this is minus 2. So these two values are given. How we can write equation of line? So equation of line, we can write equation of line, we know in slope intercept form is y is equal to mx plus c. So same, these two values will replace in this one, and this will be equal to y is equal to m, which is 3 by 2, we can write here 3 by 2 x, and plus this c value, which is minus 2, so we can replace here, and our final equation will be y is equal to 3 by 2 x minus 2. So this is how we can write equation of line in case of slope is provided and y-intercept is also given. Now we will write equation of line in point slope form. Point we can take like 1 and 3, and slope value we can take like for example 7. So we have to write equation. So we know equation of line in point slope form is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is equation of line in point slope format. So m value we will replace over here, and x minus x1, which is this one 1, and y minus y1, which is 3, so we can replace here. Now we just open this one, y minus 3 is equal to 7x minus 7. So now we can shift 3 to this side. Y is equal to 7x minus 7 plus 3. Y is equal to 7x minus 4. This will be the final equation of line in equation of line by using point and slope. So this is how we can use this one also. Then if 2 points are given, for example 1, 2 and 3, 4, these are 2 points which are given, and we have to write equation of line in by using these 2 points. So first of all we can find the gradient, and m value you know is equal to, formula for one m value is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This one also you will have to keep in mind this formula. In this formula we will be replacing these two values. So m will be equal to y2, we can take this one as x1, x2, y1 and y2. We can switch these points also, that is not an issue. Any point you can take x1, y1, and the other point you can take x2, y2. So in this case y2 will be 4 minus y1, which is 2, over x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is 1. So this will be 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So m value will be 1. Now we can use this method. We have slope like m is equal to 1. We can use this slope and any of these 2 points and use this root to write the equation, that will be easier by using this one. So we can find from here, we can find value of c also, but that will be lengthier route. So easier route is use this slope value and any of these 2 points and use the formula which is point slope form. I will write again this formula: y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. This is the easiest route which you can take. So y minus y1, you can take any value. So I have taken this point 1 and 2. So y2 will be 2. So we can write here, and m value is 1, which we have just calculated. Replace here. So x minus x1, which is this 1. Now we can open this equation. Y minus 2 is equal to x minus 1, and minus 2 we can shift here. Y is equal to x minus 1 plus 2. So final equation will be y is equal to x plus 1. This will be our final equation. Now these are the coordinate axes which I have drawn for you to I have already drawn for to save time, and now we will learn how to reach from graph to equation. Like for example, if a straight line is given already drawn, so how we can write equation from that graph. So like for example, we can draw any line. For example, I'm drawing this line over here. So this is the line, and here also we can draw some line. This line, I'm drawing this line on this side as well. So these are two lines which I have drawn for your understanding. Now we will be writing equations of these two lines. And one thing, first thing which you will have to keep in mind is that anything which is any line which is having right side up, like for example this side is up, this side is down, this will be having positive value of m, positive m value. This will be having positive m value. And anything mean any straight line which is having right side down and left side up, like this one, this is sloping downward, so right side is down, so this will be having negative value of m. So this is also just by just seeing the equation of line, you can identify that this is having positive slope, this is having negative slope. Similarly, if a line is, for example, having like horizontal, like for example a line, horizontal line, for example this one, this will be having zero slope, so value will be 0, m value will be equal to 0 in case it is horizontal line. So by just identifying, just seeing these two lines, we can see that these are positive, negative, or 0. There's one more category which is like, for example, if line is vertical like this one, so this vertical line will be having undefined, this line will be having undefined slope. M value will be equal to undefined. So these four things you will have to keep in mind about the slope: negative, positive, 0, and undefined. So now the question is, we have to write equation of line for these two given lines. So what we will do, we require two things. Number one, value of m we require. Number three, y-intercept we require. If we check, if we take one unit as one box as 1 unit, so 1, 2, 3, 4, this line is passing through 4, so we will write here y-intercept is 4. And if we check this graph, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is minus 4 lower side, so we can write m is equal to, we'll write there, and c is equal to minus 4. So these two values are required. Now we require the gradient, which is m value. We have to take the point on the cross, like for example here and here, this one is the cross, so that we will not be getting decimal value. So we have to choose two at least 2 points on the graph. So we have chosen this point, and we can choose this point, but this will be very small portion of the line. So we have to utilize at least half or more than half of the line. So if we check, there is another point, which is this one, which is also on the cross. So this point and this point I'm utilizing, and I will draw a triangle to check. So this is a dotted line which I'm drawing, and I will quickly shade this also. So this is the triangle which we will be using for slope value. If we check the rise value, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So this side is 11 and this side is 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 5. So rise is 11 and run is 5. So 11 over 5 will be our m value. Now we can write equation will be y is equal to m 11 by 5 mx plus c. So this equation will be for this straight line, so which we have written. Similarly, we can check slope for this line as well, and if you check this point we can take, and next point we can take this one. So if we join these 2 points, we can make triangle for the gradient. And in exam also you will have to show this triangle, that how you are taking gradient of the line. So this is the triangle which we have done, this one. So this is the triangle. Now we have to check rise and run. We can check from this side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so this side is 11 and this side will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 11 by 8, 11 over 8. Now we can write equation will be y is equal to m, which is 11 over 8x, and plus c, which is minus 4. So we write minus 4. This will be the equation. This is how we, if equations are already plotted, how we can reach to the equations as easily as possible. But before going to this one, you should see what we have done. We have done a mistake, and intentionally I have done that mistake. Intentionally mean this equation, this line was right side down, and we have taken this as positive. See, this is going down, so we can just add minus sign here and minus sign here. This is equation, this is the line which is having right side up, so we'll take this one as it is, which is positive. Now this side, this is having right side down, so with m value we'll be just adding this minus, and if it is minus we'll be putting plus, so it will be mostly minus, so we will be using this one. So this will be our final equation, these two equations which we have done. Now the final thing is from equation to graph. I have selected this graph paper. Mostly you are having these graph papers for practice, so I decided to show this final question on this so that you can practice properly and you can see this also. So I will be plotting the coordinate axis first. So first of all, I'll write a difficult equation which I have selected just for your understanding. Equation is y is equal to 7 by 3 x minus 1. This is the given equation which we have to plot, and first of all we will be requiring coordinate axis, and coordinate axis we can draw like this one. So these are the coordinate axis which we have drawn, x-axis as well as y-axis. This is origin. This is one unit we can take as 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Similarly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this side is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And now first of all we will go to this part, and you know this part is y-intercept, which is c value. C value is equal to -1. So we'll go to -1 over here, right? And we will write m value also. M is equal to 7 over 3, which is this value. This is value of m. So I have written both values over here. C value will help us to reach to the y-axis, and when we reach over here, I will put pencil over here and place like this so that you can clearly see. So we have reached over here. This indicates that our line is passing through this point where I have placed pencil, but we don't know in which direction. It can be so many directions, like 360-degree, all directions. It can be all directions. So to identify that one, we will be checking this one. This is m. M is upper value. Numerator will be this one, 7. So 7 is plus value. So we will move this pencil from this location 7 units upward. Don't move this to the origin. Start counting from this point where we have taken this c value -1. Start counting from here, and this is rise, which is 7. So from here I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our 7 is completing over here, and then check with the denominator, which is 3. So from this point 3 units right, because this is plus, so 3 units right. If it is minus, so 3 units left. So 1, 2, 3. So this is how we got the other point, and this one is our other point. Again, how we reached on this point? First of all, we utilize the c value. C value was -1. So we reached to our coordinate axis. This was 0 and this was -1. We placed our pencil over here, and this is now at -1. After placing this at -1, we have gone through this slope, which is m value. So rise is 7. So we have moved our pencil counting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then denominator is 3 units. So 3 units right. So 1, 2, 3. This is how we got this point. So these are 2 points. One is this one, and the second is this one, and we will draw this equation easily. We can draw from here, and this will be our equation required, and that's all. This is done. One more thing, we can have a negative slope. So I will take another, like for example, same equation I will take, but a little different. So it will be -7 by 3x, and okay, I will take this one as, instead of -1, I will take as for example, instead of minus, I will take 3, +3. Now we will draw this equation on the same coordinate axis. Now we have +3, so we will reach to +3 on y-axis. This is on y-axis. So we will move to y-axis, and I will place pencil over here. From here 1, 2, 3. So this is our y-intercept. So I will place pencil over here. After placing pencil over here, I will start counting, and see this minus value you can take with 7 or 3. It makes no difference. You will get the same line if you are taking this minus with 7, or if you are taking this minus with 3. Any of this, denominator or numerator, but you will have to take with 1 only. If you are taking with numerator, don't take with the denominator. If you are taking with the denominator, don't take with numerator. So I will take with the numerator. For example, this one has -7. So -7, I will move this pencil counting from this point. 7 units down because this is -7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. Most of the students do mistake. They start counting from origin again, but you will have to count from here. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 minus 7 units down, and then 3 units right because it's plus. So 1, 2, 3 units. So this will be our point, and this will be our point. Now we can draw equation from this point to this point, and this is how we will get the equation. This equation is for this line, and this equation is for this line. I've explained you with minus gradient also. You can see this line is sloping downward, right side is downward and this side is up, whereas this line is having positive slope and this right side is up and left side is down. So after doing this question, you will have to double check mentally. You will have to check the technique I told you, that if something is having right side up, a line is having right side up will be having positive slope, a line having right side down will be having negative slope, and similarly horizontal line is having zero slope, horizontal line is having zero slope, and undefined if it is like a vertical line like this one. So this will be undefined. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like this video as well, and subscribe Maths TV. Forward this link to your friends and also introduce channel to your respective teachers. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Take care. Bye.